Welcome, gearheads.
Welcome, gang. Recorded on the 2nd of October, 2022. We got a tiny little show for you. Robo Taxi, go! Or as San Francisco says, stop. Hey, is that a Wrangler? No. No, it's not. Lincoln's got something new. We'll give it a look. That and a little bit more on this week's Lugnutz. Thank you for joining us.
Play on my channel. Drive on Lugnutz.
Right on over here to Facebook.com/Lugnutz Podcast, where you're going to find all of our polished content popping up right here. Like, ho-ho and ho-ho. Yeah. We got graphics now. We're big time. Big time, like this first story.
GM. GM has big plans. They want to add 5,000 more robo-taxis on the streets of San Francisco.
Sure, why not?
There's currently 100, and they're causing everyone a freaking nightmare.
I don't live there, so I'm fine.
I remember when they blocked off the streets and caused a huge traffic nightmare.
Sure.
Apparently, that's been happening more and more. And
oh yeah, no, they fucking. Oh
yeah.
wow,
that one time we reported it's been happening more.
They kept doing it, huh? No way.
They keep blocking the streets, and people don't want more of them. They want fewer.
I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave.
Hey.
That's where we're going, man. It's not
and
looking
GM
good.
and Chevy want to give more. People want less. Just get it to do its job correctly first, please.
Do you want the machine overlords or do you want the Chinese overlords? Which ones?
I don't know. The Chinese look way more orderly to me.
Ironically.
Do they block traffic?
I mean,
No,
not if you're
no.
not if you're a good citizen.
Okay, well, then we can move on to the next story. They'll
All
love
right.
the next story. Not really. Yeah, a lot of people. Let's see if there's a better photo. Oh, it's a much better photo.
There we
That is the president of Toyota. He warns that switching off the gas and going to battery could be a problem. He was at California. Comments came after the California's Air Resource Board adopted new rules that would mandate all new cars, pickup trucks, or SUVs to be electric or hydrogen powered by 2035. That is a bit of a positive thing, I say.
That's a tall order, I will say. But I mean, if he's looking at that data, Toyota is and has been the pinnacle of sales automotive wise for well over a decade.
And this isn't the first time we've been warned about stuff like this. The Germans have been saying, like, don't just shut it off. Like,
you can't just have one Paul Revere these days.
yeah, well, everyone is the automotive experts, like the people who lead, like,
You're killing the planet.
we've talked about all of them, like Volkswagen and
You're killing the planet.
lots of people have been saying the problem. But at least Toyota plans on doing something about it. Toyota plans to invest in U.S. battery plants from $129 billion to $308 billion, probably depending on inflation.
So battery plants.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting off the fossil fuel teat, you know?
They're trying.
It's
Like,
something.
look, we'll be here to sell you batteries.
You know? I mean, we keep talking about hydrogen, but I mean, if you can make electric work, like, you know, the batteries are reused. You know, you take the core charge, you take that battery back, you take it, you remanufacture parts. So if they can polish that off for electrics, like they did with the regular automotive world, I think they would have a lot better a chance with the electric market, as opposed to how amazing hydrogen is looking. Don't crash.
Well, now they can have both. They changed the rules. Just like this next story, you might want to get some changes to your Hyundai.
Oh.
Hyundai and Kias have been stolen a lot.
Did they get an immobilizer?
Actually, a new anti-theft security kit Hyundai developed comes. They developed with Comstar, and it's now available with a kill switch and an alarm.
Well, good for them.
I guess a kill switch is a start. They're trying.
I mean, you won't get your car stolen, you know?
It takes 2.5 hours for them to add, and there's also a software update coming soon that will solve the problem. Or they
Wow, you really could have just added that in the car.
could have just added an immobilizer.
That's it. Just add
Kill switch
the
is
immobilizer in
nice,
the car.
but if you're installing them all in the same place,
A lot of manufacturers will have like the ignition key and the immobilizer in the same thing. They will pair up modules. I know I just split your brain there. Hi, Hyundai. But they'll pair up modules. So that way, it's an expensive module. But when it goes, you just got to replace that one thing and you're good. And nobody can steal your car.
well, they didn't add it in the first place, but they might add something to this next story.
Jeep.
Yeah, boy. Let's go down. Let's look at the clone. Jeep has a clone. There it is.
Oh, wow.
Looks like a Jeep, is not a Jeep. The International Trade Commission got a complaint registered from Jeep in 2018. It was then thereby banned by the International Trade Commission.
I mean, it looks like a cartoon. It doesn't look like something that an actual automotive manufacturer would produce.
Oh, well, it's produced by Maya Honda's Rotor. Looks like the 1940s Jeep Willys. It's called Trade Dress.
I just don't know what you're talking about, Willis.
Well, and then came 2022 when they lifted whatever the trade dress thing is on this, or it expired, or
They lifted the dress. Giggity.
whatever, and now it can be imported. So Jeep is now going to the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals.
Okay.
It looks like an ugly Willys.
It does. It looks ugly, but I do want it to live. I mean, it has the right to
I don't care.
be
but-
ugly. You know?
Yeah, it does have the right to be ugly.
You know, I mean, somebody would like that. And I would love to see a Gotham Garage adaptation of that.
Well,
I
let's-
think they could make it look good.
Let's see what the Supreme Court says. But they may not have anything to say with this next story. This is the Lincoln Corsair. It debuts the new 2023 Lincoln Corsair. That's an interesting color of blue they got there.
It is. Most people go for like a sky blue or a real electric blue, but that's
It's a different color of blue. It'll stand out from the rest of the blues.
it's almost
that
a
are out
matte
there.
blue, like not matte and blue, but matte finish, like a very
It looks glossy.
dry looking, glossy.
No, it looks glossy to me. But they say it gets more tech, no more 8-inch screen. Pull out the big 13.2-inch display with a 12.3-inch gauge cluster.
There we go.
And new software. You can't really play up new software.
Yeah,
That's it.
New software. Yeah.
Looks
You
like the same
updated.
thing, but it's probably going to glitch out.
You updated your phone.
Well, it has a new Active Glide 2.1 with a hands-free driver assistance. This is part of the Equipment Collection 3 package.
Okay.
Holds the vehicle in lane up to 80 miles an hour. Tapping the turn signal makes it change lanes automatically.
That just sounds easy.
Blind spot assistant nudges the steering to prevent the driver from merging with someone who is an ass.
You're about to kill someone's grandma. Nope. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let you know on the infotainment system. It has an air refresh system that uses lasers to mix the air, I guess. I don't know.
Lasers make your air better.
Okay. They have lasers.
On a
Two new
Death Star.
colors, which are beige and red.
Okay. I mean, beige
Better
is a
than-
nice color.
Better than nothing, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
2-liter turbocharged inline 4 making 250 horsepower, or a 2.5-liter plug-in hybrid with a total of 266 horsepower.
It doesn't look bad. I'll put it that way.
It's not bad, for a SUV.
I mean, if you're going to put your eggs in that basket, it looks good. They put a lot of
It's an
thought
awful
into it.
big grill for a tiny little 4-cylinder.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would never buy a 4-cylinder like that.
I mean, it's a SUV. I would think you'd want to
V6 are bust on an SUV. That's my point.
yeah.
If you have a 4-cylinder, can you get up that hill, bud? Are you okay? Do you need a breather?
Nah, they'll be fine. They have 266 horsepower. They can get up that hill just as long as there's no ice. Because I didn't see 4-wheel drive anywhere. I could be wrong. Ask about 4-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive, nothing matters in ice. Ice is good luck.
Well, good luck with the French. There it is, the brand new logo of Citroen. This is the 10th change in 103 years.
I mean, a little bit indecisive, are they?
Founder's original vision was the genuine promise of affordable and innovative mobility for all.
It's very noble.
It's a lot of people's general, like
You should be
Volkswagen.
able to afford this.
It's like Volkswagen, a car for the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's always for the people.
Well, the brand's new identity.
If they called it like, mine, go away, it really wouldn't be a good brand image,
They're just lots of everyday people brands. And this one comes from France, just not here. The brand's new corporate brand identity program called Nothing Moves Us Like a Citroen.
I mean, I can tell you from over a year and a half of doing Lugnutz, you're right. Nothing rolls like a Citroen. I'll put it that way in a Lugnutz faction, but yeah, you got that right.
Citroens, they definitely do things different. Like that little, what was that? That little nothing car for like that beach roamer.
Yeah.
And they had the little paper car or whatever it is they made around World War II or 1920, I want to say.
It was around there. Yeah.
Somewhere around there. They do interesting things.
They do, but I mean, nothing rolls like a Citroen.
Well, that's going to roll on out to the end of this podcast. Short, sweet, and to the point. Just enough stories to get you to where we got to go. Thank you for joining us this week.
Absolutely, man.
Check us out there on Facebook, and I guess we're on
the Facebooks. We're
Spotify's.
On, Spotify's. We want you to check on out the Triforce podcast as well as all the stuff that we're doing. And you can hop on over to Facebook.com/Lugnutz Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. And it does not matter if you drive an Opal or a Citroen.
It's like a transformer.
Opal Citroen,
Go!
I choose you.
And he's now a Pokemon, too. The car Pokemon.
It doesn't matter if you drive a car Pokemon or a Transformer. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Until then, drive on!
2023 Hyundai Ion 5 is getting a price increase, $1,500.
Okay.
Nokia put out a truck. They're recalling them all because they didn't do the seatbelts, right? 93 of them.
Wow.
Guess they couldn't sell the others.
God damn it, Greg.
They were supposed to make 100. I guess the others didn't get sold.
Probably
Good
not.
thing, because the seatbelt wasn't right. And BMW teased a sports car. They didn't show you anything.
Oh.
We will tell you about the sports car someday. Here is nothing. We show you nothing.
Until
Be happy
then,
with it.
we'll see you next week, Lugnutz. Drive on!
Drive on Lugnutz.
And looking at me, Halloween is coming. See, kids, this is why we're called white people. See?
What was that? It was
No, it's not a ghost. It's just me.
What was it? It was the
Put
guy
down the
from,
proton pack.
the
I'm
guy
coming.
from Boondock Saints. He played the really pasty white guy. Almost looked like Gore the God Butcher, like back in the 90s. I forget what that movie was called, though. Pasty white. I'll call it that. I don't know. But you're looking awful Robert Pattinson shiny today.
It's the guy who set the lights up. We got a teeny tiny little show for you.
But I love that segment. Oh, well. But we still want you to like, comment, subscribe. Right above my head. It's going to be the very best Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers video for you. Might even be another Lugnutz. You never know. Maybe you're that luggy and nutty. Right above Big Brother's head. It's going to be every single Lugnutz podcast in a playlist. Until next time, we don't go on until we hear our main man Connor say,
Drive on Lugnutz.
we'll see you next week, gang. Bye-bye.
And looking
Drive on Lugnutz.